What's going on, Planet Poke viewers? Welcome back to Platinum version, and we're right here on Route 210, finally ready to take care of these freaking Psyducks that have been standing here, refusing to move, but now we have the secret potion that Cynthia gave us, and check it out, they all get exclamation points on top of their heads. And they're magically cured. It's like, wow, these Psyducks were just, they had these horrible headaches and migraines or whatever, but a little bit of secret potion and they're fine, and they run off like idiots. But yeah, and then Cynthia's gonna come along, and, like, why did Cynthia give me the secret potion to do this? Like, why didn't she just go take care of it herself? Like, why am I running all these errands for you? And speaking of errands, she wants me to do more errands for her. She wants me to go to Celestic Town and deliver this freaking thing to, her grandma, the old charm, so... yeah, that's awesome. Now I can go visit Cynthia's grandma. It's not like I even know you. Like, I've met you maybe like once or twice, and now you want me to go meet your grandma and give you her stuff? Like, seriously, why am I responsible for all your crap? Like, what are you doing that's so important? But anyways, I'm gonna try to get through this grass here, so let's start it off right and spray some repel. And it's actually a very good call to spray some repel to grab this item, because you can grab another repel, because I think it's a max repel, actually. And yeah, there we go, so definitely worth it. A super repel for a max repel, can't go wrong. And actually, be careful running through this grass because you just might run into a little ninja boy like this. Yeah, these ninjas just love to hide around in the grass, and there's 3 of them, they're all part of the ninja trio. So yeah, this dude, Ninja Boy, Fabian, they're all part of the ninja trio, and they'll come out of the grass by surprise and battle you. You don't have to fight them all or anything, but yeah, if you're running through the grass, not knowing where you're going, you might accidentally run into one of them. But yeah, I have Driftbloom up here, which should make it pretty easy taking down Croagunk. And almost at level 30, so Zeppy's about to level up, that's awesome. And this thing really doesn't stand a chance. But Route 210 is a very long route. I feel like all we've been doing for the past like month or so is going through really long routes fighting trainers, which is kind of boring. There hasn't been a ton of like legitimate progress, but before we know it, we'll be at the new town. We just have to go through this giant, long, foggy route, which is going to be miserable. And it's like, we just got through all these miserable routes, and just, it's just a bad portion of the game overall, but luckily we're almost through it. Oh, and Sucker Punch, I did not see that one coming. That's definitely super effective, but yeah, Sucker Punch always has priority if you're going to attack them. But this fly will take it out regardless, so I'm fine. And that's going to do it. I don't even need to look at the screen to know all your HP is going to go down. Just like that. So yeah, there we go. And I'm actually a little bit worried, because my Pokemon are pretty underleveled. I mean, these little ninja boys have higher level Pokemon than me. I mean, I should be worried a little bit then. But there's actually some really powerful trainers on this route, so a lot of money to get, and a lot of good experience too, more importantly. But yeah, this guy doesn't give me like any money. 248 bucks, that's nothing. But yeah, grab yourself a Hyper Potion right there, and then we'll go through the rest of the tall grass. And yeah, I'll leave those other ninja guys to be, just because, I don't know, if I fight every trainer on here, it'll take like 20 freaking videos to finish, I swear. Yeah, there's a nest ball up there. And if you want to look around in the grass for some new Pokemon, you can find Swablu, which is a cool Pokemon that can evolve into Altaria, an awesome dragon type. And this right here is where things get complicated. Yeah, this is where you're going to want to have the move Defog on you. And I think it's funny, it's like, right now I can see everything, take one more step, and all of a sudden it's like super freaking foggy. But yeah, make sure you have Defog on you, otherwise you will have a very hard time navigating your way through here. And on top of that, all of your moves are just going to be randomly missing in battle. It's the most annoying thing ever, so definitely use Defog. And check this out, more people that are hiding. Like, seriously, what is with these ninja people? How do they even do it? He was like completely buried under the ground, like suffocating status. I don't even know how he pulled that one off. I'm actually impressed. I guess he actually is a legitimate ninja. Oh, but he's got a Zubat on his team, so his Pokemon aren't quite as epic as he is, unfortunately. But yeah, actually, I completely revamped my moveset on a lot of my Pokemon, so I now have Shockwave on Driftbloom. Honestly, I was kind of going through my TMs, and I was like, a lot of these I'm never going to use, so I might as well use them now until I get better moves later on in the game, so I'll show you guys all the new moves I've been teaching my Pokemon. And yeah, I even have the Shell Bell on Zeppy right here, if you haven't noticed yet. So that's pretty nice. I always like putting the Shell Bell on a Pokemon with a lot of HP. Oh, and next up is Golbat. Alright, so he's got a Zubat and a Golbat. I guess I'll stay in, though, because Shockwave's working pretty well. And yeah, let's just keep rolling along here. Other moves that I taught to my Pokemon, I think I taught, well, Floatzel was actually the main one. I gave Floatzel Brine and Dig, just because, I don't know why I didn't have Brine on him before, because Aqua Jet and Water Gun just definitely were getting the job done, so I got rid of those moves and definitely revamped that moveset. So yeah, now Floatzel and Zeppy are definitely a lot better in battle. A little more variety in their movesets, which I like. And I definitely needed an electric type move like Shockwave, because now that I don't have Luxray, Pokemon like flying types and Gyarados are really hard to take out. I do have Thunderfang on Houndoom, but you can only do so much to Waters with a fire type before you get yourself killed. But there we go, we took down the Zubat and the Golbat, so bring on the Crobat! Seriously, what are you about, Ninja Boy? And a lot of experience for Zeppy right there. Ooh, next up is Skorupi. Yeah, I actually like Skorupi a lot. If you guys remember my original walkthrough, Diamond version, I definitely use a Skorupi on my team. And yeah, because I love Drapion, one of my favorite Pokemon in the 4th generation. But yeah, as much as I love Skorupi, it kind of is terrible. It's pretty worthless until it evolves into a Drapion, to be honest. But yeah, Fly's gonna take it out really quickly. So there we go, super effective kill. And that was easy as pie. And the Shell Bell can kind of get annoying because you have to watch it every turn, but it's definitely worth it because you get some HP back. And level 31 for Zeppy, not bad, growing up levels pretty quickly here. And I definitely need to start growing up levels more quickly because, yeah, like I was saying, I'm really under-leveled. Everyone's got higher leveled Pokemon than me, especially the Ace Trainers on this route. They will dominate me. But anyways, next up is Stunky, and since Zeppy got up a level, I will pass the baton on just because I want to, you know, spread the love around. So I'll bring out Captain, and I'll show off my new move, Dig, that I just taught him. But yeah, a lot of times people like are stingy with their TMs because they're thinking like, oh, I can only use this thing once, like I gotta be smart about it. Well, honestly, if you're not gonna use it on any other Pokemon, you might as well give it to your Floatzel or whatever because, I mean, it's not gonna do any good sitting in your bag the whole game, so even though I might not have Dig when I'm at the Elite Four, you know, it's better not having Dig at all, so definitely worth it teaching your TMs right away to your Pokemon. And there we go, we took down another Ninja Boy. And he's like, what? You were supposed to be fumbling more. No, he thought he startled me when he popped out of the ground. I knew he was there the entire time. But anyways, Zeppy got up a level, so I guess I'll put Itachi up front. I kind of want Itachi to keep getting up levels so he can evolve quicker. But yeah, let's roll through the grass here and grab the side. Ooh. Was not expecting a wild battle, but I guess, yeah, I forgot there are some actually really high-leveled Pokemon here, so my repels don't always even work. And that's more proof that I need to get leveled up more, because even the wild Pokemon are matching me, which is pretty embarrassing. But yeah, you actually have a stretch of really tough battles on this route, mostly these Ace Trainers. Maybe not this one in particular, but I know the next Ace Trainer double battle is insanely hard, but hopefully we can get through this one pretty easily. So yeah, we'll use Force Palm on Apom here. Ooh, crap, Aerial Ace. Hopefully that doesn't kill me in like one hit. Alright, I was maybe overreacting a little bit. Maybe if it was an Ambipom, it would have knocked me out in one hit. But yeah, Force Palm, easy one-hit KO. Just like that, and I'm so glad I have that move now. I don't even know how I was getting by without it using a Rock Smash the entire game. That was terrible. Just dark times overall. But next up is Girafarig, so what do I want to do with this Pokemon that's spelled the same frontwards and backwards? I'll just stay in, whatever. I think Itachi can take care of it, because I mean, this thing can't really do too much to me. And I think a Force Palm would do get him out. Alright, I can take this Psybeam all day. I'm not worried about this thing, and... oh, big mistake. My bad, guys. Didn't realize that was about to happen. Alright, Girafarig, now you're gonna suffer, man. Let's go over to Captain. And use a couple of crunches. But honestly, Girafarig is such a weird-looking Pokemon, just because, like, look at its tail, man. Its tail is, like, I wonder if that thing has a little mind of its own, just, like, trying to munch on everything it sees, just, like, a little mouth in the back. Ooh, he's gonna use Light Screen, though, so that's not really gonna help you out at all, because one more crunch and you're done. And honestly, the more I look at Girafarig, the weirder I think it looks. Like, I swear, every time I look at it and I examine it, like, I see something else that's really weird looking about it. Ooh, but Grottle's up next, so I will definitely switch out. Captain's got no business being in here right now. And yeah, we'll go over to Houndoom, because one Fire Blast or two in this thing should be easily done. Actually, what am I talking about? One Fire Blast in this thing will easily be done. Ooh, but it's at level 33. And honestly, why do you have a Grottle at level 33? Do you not realize that that thing evolves at 32 into Torterra? Like, seriously, that means you missed out on learning Earthquake leveling up. Like, you just deserve to lose this battle now, just for that. I'm actually surprised you lived, though, but I got the burn-in, so I guess I really have nothing to worry about. And you're gonna use Curse and raise your attack. Too bad it already got halved by the burn, so yeah, you kind of got screwed there. But yeah, Vulcan can finish this thing off with a bite. And there we go. And I wonder how this trainer even got a Grottle, because literally every single time someone has one of the starter Pokemon, I'm just like, how did you pull this off? This thing's not available in the wild. But yeah, Vulcan's gonna get up to level 30, which is awesome. And a bunch of money from that Ace Trainer, which is pretty typical from an Ace Trainer battle, especially when you have the Amulet Coin on your Floatzel. Anyways, I need to do some quick changing up with my team and healing, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm all healed up and ready to go, and I have Fogman up front, my HM slave, just for using defog, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. Because this battle is very, very difficult. It's a double battle, and you're going to have to face a Gyarados and a Raichu all the way up at level 36. So yeah, it's definitely a tough one, and Gyarados already gives me enough trouble since I don't have Luxio anymore. And you know, Raichu can actually do a bunch of damage on all your Pokemon with like Thunderbolts, so yeah, it's pretty tough. But the reason I'm bringing Fogman out is because Fogman's got Intimidate, so I can lower Raichu and Gyarados' attacks. So yeah, I don't know how many physical attacks Raichu has, but I at least know I can slow down Gyarados quite a bit. And I'll try to use Endeavor. Honestly, that'd be great if I could pull off an Endeavor, because that would just diminish their HP quickly. And yeah, Zeppy, I'm definitely going to go with the Shockwave. And Thunderbolt is an easy kill right there, so yeah, thanks for doing your thing with the Intimidate, Fogman. Honestly, how are they even intimidated by you? They were at twice your level, and like, they seriously were like frightened by your presence, but whatever. But Aqua Tail's going to do a pretty decent chunk, but not too bad. I can definitely take another one. And we'll see how much this does. I mean, Shockwave's not super powerful, especially when you're not an electric type, but it's still 4 times effective. Alright, not bad. It's about what I would expect. And I should be restoring a good amount from the Shell Bell right there. But yeah, these two are like just a deadly combination, man. If you don't have a good electric type to face Gyarados with, I'm gonna go to Floatzel, by the way. But yeah, if you don't have a good electric type to deal with Gyarados, it's always problematic. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna use Dig on Raichu here, and I'll try to use another Shockwave on Gyarados, and we will hope for the best. So please just don't knock me out with like Thunderbolt and Ice Fang and whatever other moves you have. But I know Captain's gotta be faster than these guys, so oh yeah, he'll pull off that Dig pretty quickly. So that's perfect. And honestly, if Gyarados just whipped out like an Earthquake right now, I would just cry, because I would get dominated. And Thunder Shock. Honestly, I don't know why you'd use Thunder Shock and not Thunderbolt, but whatever, I'm gonna die either way, but you clearly have Thunderbolt, so I don't know why you're messing around with Thunder Shock. That does not make sense anytime, in any circumstance, but whatever, my Aftermath is gonna do a little extra damage, so that's nice. And, who can we bring out? I mean, the Dig's gonna hit. You know what, let's do this. Let's go over to Vulcan, because Vulcan's fast at least. I mean, the last thing I want is one of my slow Pokemon just getting hit really quickly and knocked out, so yeah, that Dig's gonna come up and hit you. Perfect. And Vulcan, you can finish off that Gyarados. Who'd have thought Vulcan would be the one to come in and kill the water type, but whatever. And still, you'd want to use Thunder Shock. Like, you could probably knock me out with a Thunderbolt easily, but Thunder Shock is not gonna do it. I mean, seriously, you call yourself an ace trainer, but then you do stupid stuff like that. Ooh, Twister actually critical hitted me, but still, Twister is not gonna do much at all. So Thunderfang will finish that thing off, and adios, Gyarados! There's nothing more pleasurable than knocking out a Gyarados, I swear. Just the greatest. And a bunch of experience for both of us. Captain's up to level 30, so that's great. Floatzel's coming a long way here, and let's take care of this Raichu. Yeah, what's up, Raichu? You don't have your buddy Gyarados to back you up now, so now you gotta deal with Vulcan and Floatzel at the same time. And even if I didn't attack you, you probably would have just kept using Thunder Shock instead of Thunderbolt. But yeah, Brine for the epic kill right there. And yeah, like I was saying with Brine, well, actually I don't know if I was mentioning this, maybe it was a few videos ago, but yeah, Brine doubles in power when the opponent has less than 50% HP. And I just got a bunch of money there thanks to my amulet coins, so yeah, and my team got pretty roughed up, so let's do some more healing. I have to admit, spending your money on like revives and Moo Milks is just a great investment, because you never know when a random Gyarados and Raichu will come along and just start knocking out your Pokemon. But yeah, these Ace Trainer battles are definitely pretty tough, but we'll try to get this one done before we finish up here. And we got Ace Trainer Ernest. Alright, he's got 3 Pokemon, starting with a Scyther. I always love fighting Ace Trainers just based on the fact that they always have real cool Pokemon. But yeah, you can catch Scyther in this route too. It's not one of the newer Pokemon, but definitely a popular choice because everyone loves Caesar. And yeah, Fire Blast will kill this thing though. Very quickly, very painfully too. And I almost wish this was a Caesar, not a Scyther, because then it would be 4 times effective. And that would just be epic. Anytime you get a 4 times super effective move, you just feel good on the inside. Especially when it's like Fire Blast. But for Probobass and Fire Blast, Probobass, it actually kind of rhyme, which is pretty cool. But I will be switching over to Meta-type because Probopass, it's one of the best defensive Pokemon like ever to walk the earth, but it is 4 times weak to fighting, so I shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Yeah, it's a rock and steel type, the evolved form of Nosepass, and seriously, take a good look at this thing. I know I was making fun of Girafarig earlier, but this has to be the ugliest, stupidest looking Pokemon ever. Like, okay, maybe not uglier than Jinx, but just stupid looking in its own way. I mean, its nose makes up like 90% of its body. Like, seriously, and then it just has like facial hair too. Like, how does a rock have facial hair? Someone explain this to me. And I got paralyzed, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm not stressing too much because this thing has like 1 hit point left, which is honestly kind of dumb that you live with like 1 hit point, but whatever. And yes, Rock Smash for the kill! Alright, how do you feel getting knocked out by a move that horrible and that weak? Who'd have thought that one of the greatest defensive Pokemon would go down with such a weak move? But Itachi goes up to level 31, so Meditite is closing in on that evolution. And last up is Luxio, so I could try to take this thing out, but I'm already paralyzed, so let's switch out and bring out our beast, Lueroi, yours truly. But no, I'm talking about my Torterra, because it knows Earthquake now. And if that other Ace Trainer were more like me, they would know that you could evolve it at 32 and have Earthquake at 33 and be an awesome Torterra, but you know, whatever, not everyone's smart enough to realize they shouldn't press B when their Pokemon is evolving. So yeah, Luxio didn't stand a chance. And honestly, why isn't that thing a Luxray? Like, everyone on this route needs to get their crap together, man. But yeah, there we go. We defeated Ace Trainer Ernest, and a total loss for you. Yeah, definitely a total loss for you. And a total win for me. Alright guys, so we took care of a bunch of trainers on this route, and we're probably about halfway through or so. So next time we'll be finishing up the rest of the trainers on here and making our way to the next city so that we can deliver that gift from Cynthia to her grandma. Seriously, someone remind me again why I have to run all of her errands for her, but yeah, thank you for watching everybody, and stay tuned for more Pokemon Platinum coming up next Friday. I'll see you guys all then.